For more than 2,000 years, a single text has been the ultimate playbook for strategy. It's been a guide for everything from the battlefield to the boardroom. Today, we're going deep into one of its most profound chapters, tactical dispositions. This is really a masterclass in the art of winning before a fight even starts.
And this is where it all starts. This one sentence is the absolute bedrock of Sun Tzu's entire philosophy. Notice it's not about being aggressive, it's not about attacking first, it's about becoming invulnerable. A master strategist's very first move is always to build a defense that cannot be broken.
And that idea leads us directly to this concept of the invincible position. Before you even begin to think about your opponent, you have to look inward. You see, true mastery isn't about finding a weakness in your enemy, it's about getting rid of every single weakness in yourself first.
Sun Tzu draws this incredibly sharp line here, a distinction between what you can control and what you can't. Think about it. Securing yourself, making sure you can't be defeated, that's completely up to you. It's all about your preparation, your discipline, your foresight. But victory, he says, that is provided by the enemy. It comes from their mistake, an opening that you can't force, but you have to be perfectly ready to exploit it when it appears.
This slide really just lays it all out, right? It's the two sides of strategy. Over on the left, you have defense. This is your path to security. It's the stance you take when your strength isn't quite overwhelming yet. It's what you control. Then on the right, you've got offense. That's the path to victory. But look, it needs two things to happen: an opportunity given by the enemy, and you having way more strength. So you defend to survive, but you only attack when the result is basically a sure thing.
And this brings us to a really sobering truth. Just because you can see the path to victory doesn't mean you can actually walk it. You might have the most perfect plan, you might know exactly how to win, but if the enemy doesn't mess up, if they don't give you that opening, all your knowledge is useless. This is the hard part. This is the discipline of patience, the art of just waiting for the right moment.
Okay, so let's take this a step further, because this builds into one of the most, counterintuitive ideas in all of strategic thinking. We're always taught to celebrate these huge, hard-fought victories, right? Sun Tzu says that's a sign of mediocrity. The greatest victory, the true acme of excellence, is the one nobody even sees.
Just think about that for a second. If everybody can see how you won, if it ends in some glorious, obvious battle, you've already failed to reach the highest level of skill. Why? Well, because a visible fight means you didn't solve the problem before it escalated. The real master wins quietly, in the shadows.
Sun Tzu gives us these beautiful ancient metaphors to explain what he means. He says real strength isn't about lifting something that's obviously heavy. It's about the effortless grace of lifting a single autumn hair. Real sight isn't about seeing the sun and moon in the sky. It's about noticing the tiny patterns that tell you what's coming. And true hearing isn't noticing a clap of thunder. It's detecting that subtle shift in the wind right before the storm. It's like today. The person who wins isn't the loudest one in the meeting, it's the quiet strategist who already built a consensus before the meeting even started.
And here's the kicker. Here's the direct result of all that subtle work. Because the master strategist deals with the enemy's plans before they can even get off the ground, nobody even knows it happened. There's no big, complex problem to solve, so no one ever says, "Wow, you're so wise."
And it's the same thing with courage. Since the whole thing gets resolved without any bloodshed, often without even a real clash, there are no heroic charges for people to see, no desperate last stands. You get zero credit for being brave, because, no bravery was needed. The victory was just claimed.
So this is what it all boils down to. This is the ultimate goal. You make zero mistakes, you put yourself in a position where you cannot be touched, and from that safe place, you just wait for the enemy to make a mistake. You're not actually conquering a strong opponent, you are just picking up the pieces from an enemy that has already defeated itself.
Now, I know this might all sound a bit mystical, right? Like some ancient art form. But Sun Tzu is really clear here. This is a science. It's a deliberate, step-by-step process that, if you follow it, takes luck right out of the equation and makes success pretty much a logical conclusion.
This quote just nails the whole mindset shift. You don't fight in order to win, you fight because you have already won. All your calculations, all your preparations have already secured the victory. The battle is just, it's just a formality.
And here it is. Here's the actual method. It all starts with the physical world, the hard data, measurement of the terrain. That data lets you make an estimation of the enemy's strength, their resources. From there, you move into pure calculation, turning those observations into cold, hard numbers.
Then, the fourth step, and this is crucial, is balancing, weighing your chances against theirs on a purely logical scale. And if that scale tips way over in your favor, then the final step isn't a battle. It's simply victory, the inevitable result of all your careful work.
Okay, so you've done all the planning. You've been patient. You've done the math. What happens now? This is the moment when the force is finally unleashed. But it's not some chaotic free-for-all. It's the physical expression of a victory that was locked in a long time ago.
This is maybe one of the most powerful analogies in the entire book. By the time you actually engage, the difference in power should be this massive. A pound's weight versus a single grain. I mean, there's no contest. It's already over. The outcome is not even in doubt. It's just an overwhelming, insurmountable advantage.
Let's be absolutely crystal clear on this point. That final physical move, it's not a risk, it's not a gamble, it's the conclusion. It's the period at the end of a sentence that has already been written. It is simply the result.
And this is the final, incredible image Sun Tzu leaves us with. The force you unleash should be like a dam breaking. Just this massive, concentrated power, held back, held in check, until the perfect moment, and then it crashes down with this unstoppable natural force into a void that the enemy's own weakness created.
So as we wrap this up, the question Sun Tzu asks us really echoes way beyond the battlefield. It's for all of us, in our careers, in our negotiations, in any personal challenge we face. Take a look at the conflicts in your life. Are you rushing into them, just hoping you'll win? Or are you applying the method and making sure your battles are already won, long before they're ever fought?